and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's time for another one sheet wonder night. Tonight I am going to be using the free fruit salad designer series paper. This is free with a minimum $60 order. It is Celebration at Stampin' Up. That means when you place a minimum $60 order before shipping and tax, you can choose something from the Celebration brochure for free. And tonight I'm going to be using the fruit salad designer series paper plus the free Day to Celebrate stamp set. That's another Celebration product. So let's change the camera and get started. If you joined me last week, you've seen I created one 6x6. I took one 6x6 sheet of the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper and created one fun fold card. Same thing tonight. We're going to take one 6x6 sheet and we're going to make one fun fold card. Quick and easy. Love it. You're going to love the fold. I've done it before, but I have never done it with one 6x6 sheet. And you want a piece that you like the back side as well as the front. That coordinates really well because we're going to be using both sides. So here's all the goodies. I laid it out. First time I ever laid it out with the measurements and everything so that you can check that out. But we are going to be using this piece right here of the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. That's free during Celebration. And then if you place a $60 order and you already have the paper, maybe you want to get the Day to Celebrate stamp set for free. So we're going to be using that tonight as well. So we'll start out with our 6x6 piece of Designer Series paper. Now we're going to cut it so that we end up, we're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off. So we're going to have one piece that is 3/4 of an inch by 6. Which means we are going to cut our paper at 5 1/4. So this looks to be the direction of the paper, so that's the way I'm going to cut that. So there's our 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches. We're going to cut this at 3 inches. So the same cutting that we did last week for our one sheet wonder, so far exactly the same cutting. Different card, different fun fold. We are going to take this piece right here, which is 3 by 5 1/4, and we're going to cut that at 1. Well, it doesn't matter because I am going to be using this side of the paper. So we're going to cut this at 1 1/4. Make sure I did that right. 1 1/4. And then 1, and that's going to leave us with a 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. So that was that second 3 by 5 1/4 section. All right, so that's all our cutting of our Designer Series paper. Our card base, we're going to bring that in here now. The card base is 5 1/2 by 8. You're going to cut a 1/2 inch off, so it's 5 1/2 by 8. And then we're going to score this. All right, so let me get my notes out of the way here. We're going to score this at 1 1/2. Two 3/4. 5 1/4, and at 6 1/2. All right, so now we're going to fold on those score lines. So the one closest to the center, going to fold that one first, and then the next one towards the outside, you're going to fold back like this. And you're going to do the same on this side. The closest to the center is going over. And then the next one is going to be going back. So you end up like this. Okay. Now we're going to take that 3 by 5 1/4, and that's going to be stuck on this left panel here, just on the panel part. So, oh, actually, I should have cut another piece of red. I did have it to the side here, make sure it's cut right. I forgot about this one. It is going to be 3 1/4 already cut by 5 1/4. No, 5 1/2 actually. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Where is my sticky note? I just had it. Sticky note, sticky note, sticky note. Sometimes stuff runs off and you never see it again. All right, so I'm gonna just make a note for you. I don't even know where my oh, there's my Sharpie. I'm gonna add that so you don't forget. All right. So this piece of real red, so I need a real red that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right. So you don't forget that. You're going to stick your designer series paper, the 3 by 5 1/4, to that piece of real red. Wonder why that was sitting on the side there. All right, so we're going to center that onto our real red, like so. Now we're going to go ahead and stick it to the front. Now you're going to kind of center it. It's hard to see, but you got a little bit of 1/8 of an inch on each side, which it really doesn't matter, but I just prefer to center it across the two flaps. So we're going to put that down. Maybe, I wonder if it'd be easier to do it this way for me. It's hard with my wrist. I'm trying to line up the top and in between those two closed flaps. There we go. There we go. How nice is that? I mean, we're about done. So now we're going to take our little pieces. So the 1 1/4 is going to go here. And this is why you want the back side, because you're going to flip this paper over. All right, so 1 1/4 is going to go here. And then our 1 inch is going to go here. Keep that straight. This part here is our basic white for your stamping and everything. So that is going to, we're going to stamp on that. We're going to use that Day to Celebrate free celebration stamp set. We are going to stamp "It's a good day to celebrate." I didn't center that very well, did I? And then "Happy Birthday." Plenty of room to write and stamp a message. So we're going to put that inside of our card. Whoops. It's going to go right here in this section. It's kind of hard to see my score lines with the red. There we go. Just like that. All right, so it's kind of a slim line, but we're not done. We're going to have another piece that is real red, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to take our strips. Now this one is 3/4 of an inch by 6. We're going to cut it down to 5 1/4 so it matches the other side. So our only waste on this whole 6 by 6 piece is this little square. I don't feel too guilty throwing that away. Maybe that's just me, but I think it did a pretty good job of using up all that little 6x6 sheet. We're going to attach these two strips to, whoops, not from the top. We want a little border. Little bit of a border. Oh, that one too short. Come up a little bit. We should be good now. And then the other side. And we're going to have same size border on the other side like that. Now we're going to take our card and we're going to attach it so you have that little bit showing on both sides. So you only want to attach your center section here. And let's see if I can do it. We want it to be flush with the top and centered kind of with the same amount of that green Designer Series paper showing on each side, like so. All right, now for the top, I'm going to use the Stylish Shapes dies, and I got the thicker banner. We're going to use the Day to Celebrate. That's our free set. And in there we have the All Day Your Way sentiment. So we're going to take that and we're going to stamp that on our banner. We're going to take just a strip. This is 1/4 of an inch by however long. It was just some scrap. I'm going to run some adhesive down the center of my banner there and attach, whoops, attach that strip. It's a little bit crooked. There we go. I'm just going to flag the end, not flag, but just trim off the end just like that. Then we're going to take some dimensionals. And you're going to bring that across your front like so. Then I'm going to use the transparent adhesive back dots, and I like that darker green. It brings out the green here in the watermelon rind. And we're just going to add a few of those dots to our sentiment, just like that. There you have. Isn't that cool? One sheet, one 6x6 sheet, one awesome fun fold card. Now you can do that with all the prints in the pack. I like when it stands, you're going to see the back side, because that's how it stands up, just like that. So it's really cool sitting on a table, on a shelf, on a desk, because you see that whole back side, front side, and then you still have, when it's closed, you still have the pretty in the back and then inside as well. So very cool, quick and easy fun fold card using that one 6x6 sheet of the Fruit Salad free celebration paper pack. And then don't forget, we also use the free celebration Day to Celebrate Designer Series paper. So if you've missed my one sheet wonders, I have 3 different ones on my blog. Under the video, I will have a link to the different blog posts that show the fun folds that I did this month with the one sheet wonder. It is wonderful to be back with you. If you need any supplies, under the video it says show more. Click on that and I will have a direct link to my store where you can purchase the supplies that you need to recreate this awesome fun fold card. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell in the upper right hand corner so you know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.